Welcome to PMP Project Millionaire Productions, where we're unlocking all four types of wealth: mental wealth, social wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. I am your host, Bohle Khato Mapato, and I'm clean with the patu. You know, the patu of choice is Uzi because I'm juicy and your girl can't choose me. Welcome to the podcast. If you are new to the podcast, please do make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you are notified when we do drop. Please do comment down below who and what type of career path you'd like to see on the podcast, and also do like the video because I definitely am sure you are going to like the video. But nonetheless, I'm sitting here with a content creator. Maggie, how are you, my G?
I am good. Thank you for having me, my G.
Down good. Thank you for putting onto the podcast, my
Sure,
G.
my G.
So, for the people who don't know you, can you give them a quick intro on who you are and what you do?
I am Mackie TV. I'm Mackie TV. I am a content creator. I do comedy, relatability vlogs, and more so relatable content on TikTok, Instagram, and a little bit on YouTube.
Down good. How's that going for you, my G?
It's going good. Different platforms, but YouTube's very harder to grow than the other ones. But it's very stable if you're consistent with it.
True, down good. Appreciate it. So, I like to say in the beginning, the began in the beginning. Where would you say your story began, bro?
It began early 2021 or
Okay.
late 2020, because I wasn't on the train of if you started TikTok in 2020, you were guaranteed to hit success because everyone was at home, everyone was on their phones. So me, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
True.
And then I got bored, downloaded TikTok, and I'm like, I want to do this. I can make people laugh in general.
Yeah.
So let me just make people laugh on the internet as well.
Mm.
Yeah, it went very slow. I was like, why am I not hitting this thing? But if I just post every single day, something will happen. And something happened. I guess.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, how did you transition from? Okay, let me ask this: were you a comedic personality type? If
Yeah,
I say
I was the class clown. I was the person who's
Dango.
like, there was this thing in grade 8 where the teacher was like, anyone can do stuff. Anyone can show us a song that they like, a poem, talk about anything.
Yeah.
You can showcase anything you want to showcase at the end of the classroom on a Friday. And I chose to do like a stand-up comedy show for the class. It wasn't mine,
Definitely.
it wasn't original, but I have this thing where if I watch a comedy special, I can mimic that comedian. So it was Kevin Hart in this instant. And I knew his whole set from like memory, and I just recited it, and the class was like mad and everything. Like,
Hey,
what?
man.
Because they haven't heard of him at that time.
True.
So they were like, oh snap! One of them, my classmates, was like, hey, is that Kevin? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to hide it, but they didn't know who he was at the time. So when I said it, they didn't know it wasn't my content. So from then on, I just did my own.
Yeah, what would you say when it comes to comedy? What would you say are the 3 essential steps that you need in order to be successful in that type of career path?
Understanding, you have to as well be open-minded for comedy. You can't love comedy with a closed mind. And the last thing is, you just have to pick your battles. You can't just fight everyone, because let's say you're making jokes about race or the LGBTQ and stuff. You can make jokes, but know your crowd.
True, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was about to ask actually, how do you go about choosing those topics that are in your comedy? Because people do get offended, from everything that is not meant to be offensive but is humor.
What I would say is know what you're talking about. Like, let's say you're speaking about a topic on LGBTQ, know facts about it. So in case someone hits you up with no, that's homophobic, and then you just dissect it. Why is that homophobic? Is it
Definitely,
though?
yeah.
Or are you just offended just to be offended?
True.
Because we had a conversation with a friend of ours yesterday. She was bi, and then we were like, "What does this make me homophobic if I say this is this?" And she said like, "That one is." I'm like, "No, it's not." And then I
You
like
break it down
debated,
for
and
them.
I did it so calmly so she can't get angry.
Yeah.
I was like, she's like, "Oh, okay,
And then that's
good
just
point." I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah.
that's it."
Simple, bro. I
Nothing
feel
to
like
fight
that's like essential in life, bro. Debating skills. You don't want to get the other person angry, but put the facts on the table and
When they get angry, just keep quiet, let them speak. You done?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I meant. Blah, blah, blah. Don't put words in my mouth. This is the facts. These are the facts. Stats are here. But if they don't want to hear it, they don't want to hear it because it's the agenda. They're looking for someone that's homophobic.
True.
They're looking for someone to blame. But I'm just like, no, it's just a fact.
Okay, true. And then you said you started producing content in 2020.
Yes.
How did you go about getting the basic essentials that you need to create content?
I didn't have any. Fun fact, one of my friends that is literally in the other room, he's the one that inspired me to do content. Thought he was from America. I was watching his content. I'm like, this guy is so funny. I call my sister over. I'm like, look at this guy. It's crazy. I'm going to do something just like this. And she's like, okay, cool. We do the videos. We were at my aunt's house in Pretoria. Funny enough, we were close to him without knowing it.
Yeah.
We were in the same area. I didn't know.
And you didn't have a clue.
I didn't have a clue. This guy's right here.
Here.
So I'm doing this content. I'm recording. Obviously, I'm actually getting like 50 likes and 50 views and 100 views. Small things.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to grow it. And when I got to the point where I'm like, okay, no, I can take this thing seriously. This is not just a hobby. Just went on, take a lot, get a ring light. Started investing small things just to make it better. Started looking at other people, what do they do to make it better quality-wise, and then just built it up. But don't be selfish with your things. If you're learning some things, well, get it on. And some friends helped me. I asked some friends that grew in 2020 side, how did you do it? They were like, post 3 times a day or more. Get your thing out there.
Definitely, bro. I feel like that's crucial when working on whether it's a business, a brand, anything. Just start, get the job done, and then you'll figure it out as you go, man.
You can't get to where you want to go if you don't start. Just do it.
Definitely, and you can only be as bad as the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
It's only improvement from there. You mind putting your mic forward for me a
Okay,
bit?
no problem.
Down go. And then in school, what subject would you say you took?
I took EGD. I took, which is engineering graphic designing for those who don't know. I took technical maths. I took technical science, English, Afrikaans. What is that other subject? Woodworking as well. So we had to make tables and stuff like that. And construction and civil engineering as well.
Would you say those subjects played a part in the career that you're pursuing currently?
Not even close. It is a circumstance thing because we moved from Cape Town to Joburg.
Okay.
And at the time, we were living in a hotel near OR Tambo. And so since my dad's job was at OR Tambo and they paid for him to come this side and move the side, they paid for us to stay there. So we had to find a school. We couldn't just sit at the hotel room. The closest one was literally across the airport, and it was Rhodesfield High, a technical high school, and I had to go there because it was the closest one. And since it's a technical high school, they have technical things. They don't have like biology and all those things.
That stuff, yeah.
It's woodworking. What's that thing where you fix cars? The subject where you mechanical engineering and electrical engineering and civil engineering. They had all those things. And I was in a technical school in Cape Town as well, so it was very easy to manage
get into that, yeah. And how did your parents react when you told them, hey, I want to get into the career of content creation, comedy? Because, you know, most parents want us to be doctors, lawyers, all that type of stuff.
I did not tell them.
Didn't tell them at all?
They saw me. No, they know now, and they're actually proud of it because they see every time, like, for example, I was graduating last year for an IT qualification. And I'm wearing my gown and my hat and everything. I'm at the place where we graduating, so I'm going to the hall, and this girl stops me. This girl's mom stops me, her aunt, and she's like, "You that guy from TikTok?" And my mom's right there. To see my mom pulling out her phone, she's like this, trying to take a video.
That's my side. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's me. She'd like to take a picture with you. I'm like, yeah, fine. But I'm in a gown. No, that's fine. I'm awkward with pictures, so I'm standing there like, yeah. And then when my mom saw that, that's when she realized. And then now they don't want to walk with me in a mall these days.
Why so? Because of that.
People keep jumping. So now when we're walking in the mall, for example, the whole family, it'll be my mom, my dad, and then just a bit back, it's me and my sisters. So when people come, they minding their own business.
True. Bro.
Yeah, and that's when they notice. They're like, okay, he's actually taking this thing seriously. He actually makes money from it. When they notice the shoes that I have, we don't buy those. Where did you get the money for? Social media. Those clothes.
I didn't buy that.
That jacket looks expensive. Where did you get that? Social media.
Yeah, mate.
So I was explaining this is actually lucrative. So
So you'd say they didn't believe it in the beginning, but as they saw you,
not that
progress.
they didn't believe it, they just saw it as a hobby. Everyone does it. They were like, people are making
Oh,
videos.
okay.
So, and then when they saw it does something, they're like, okay, he's doing something. My parents are not very strict on. They're strict in just normal parent strictness, but they're not very like, don't do this. No. You have to stay because they know.
So they're open-minded.
Yes,
terms
because
of those
the
things.
thing is, at school, they know I'm getting my 80s, I'm getting my 90s. So if I'm doing something on the side, I'm still getting those things. They have no problem with me getting those things.
True, bro. How did you go about balancing that school and
Time management.
comedy in a sense? Time management.
Just time management. Just know when it's time to work, it's time to work. I do this thing where, let's say if I have a free day, I will record 15 videos one day. They will sit in my drafts. Post. Next day, just post. I'm not recording anything. I'm studying. Post. And on Instagram, they have this nice feature. It's called scheduled posting. You say, I want to post this at this time.
At this time.
Just leave it there. Post it at this time. And it just posts itself. You're just sitting at home studying. They just post itself. They
True,
themselves,
definitely, bro. Definitely. That's chill, man. So after high school, you pursued a career. What degree, did you say you pursued?
IT. I'm doing IT now. I'm also a chef as well. I had to balance both because I went to they sent me to France for like a rugby thing, and so I did cooking things as well that side. So when I came back, I was like, okay, no, I like this thing. So I just kept on pursuing that. But I don't want to go into a field of it. I just like knowing these things and knowing when I'm in the kitchen, no one can beat me. So they can try.
I'll actually try one day.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard because when you start
hard.
at 10, I started at 10 years old cooking by choice. Cracked my first egg at 10. The shells were still in there. I still remember my shells were still in there. I was trying to pick out testers.
Hey.
Couldn't even crack an egg.
Yeah.
And then I made pasta that was crunchy because I didn't cook
yeah,
it full.
with the eggs.
I didn't cook the what you call it, the pasta full. So when I ate, I was, it's crunchy. Then I just started watching cooking shows. Like, you have to wait like 30 minutes. Okay.
Amen. And then how do you go about monetizing these social media platforms? Making money from comedy and content at the same time.
I don't do it. I don't like message brands. I just look at my emails. The number one tip that a friend of mine gave me, Des, he messaged me. He's like, Mac, put your email on your bio. Just do it.
Definitely.
I'm like, why? He's like,
I was also sleeping on email. It works.
Just do it. I'm like, okay, sure, I've heard it. So I didn't put my original email. I made an email just for this thing.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, I put the email there, and then it was on my bio. And then I just kept on checking that email. I'm like, hey, we love your content. I'm like, I scrolled down, and when you scroll down, you see where they're from. And I'm like, Canada.
What's going on now?
How do you love my what? I'm okay. Yeah, we'd like to negotiate with this. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's talk. And then that's how I made the money from it. But I had a tip that I want to share to people.
Okay.
When people are like to you, what is your budget or how much do you charge for this thing? Just in case, let's say you don't have any money. And you don't want to be picky, you don't know where their thing is. Say, I will be happy to work within your budget, but let's just make sure that we are compatible to work together. Definitely. That way, they tell you, okay, we set aside 10,000 for this. You were gonna say 2K,
and now
you're missing out on 8,000. Now they feel sorry for you. They're like, okay, it's fine, we'll give you 5K. Yeah, Kanti, they were budgeting for you to give you 10K. Okay. Just say, I'm happy to work within your budget. What's your budget? Then they tell you.
Definitely, bro. I feel like that's what the viewers are looking for, those tips and tricks on how to succeed in this career field.
You can't gatekeep those things, guys. Everybody must win these days. You can't, because you winning won't stop me from winning.
Definitely,
We can all win.
Yeah, man. So, what would you say are 3 tips that brands look for when looking for people to sign or collaborate with?
Number 1, know what you're aligning yourself with. Are you into beauty? Are you into comedic things? Are you into sporting, gymming and stuff? Stick to that, because when they saw that, that's what they wanted in the first place. So don't change it up, because they're going to be like, okay, which one do you do? Because this is what we wanted. So can you do that? Just stick to one thing. Are you going to be an easy person to work with? Don't be arrogant. Even if you're now getting 100,000 followers, don't be arrogant. Stay to where you are, and just
Yeah.
be humble. Be humble about it, and be patient with brands. This is number 3, because sometimes they will message you, you will respond, and they'll take 5 days later to respond. Still waiting for that email, you guys.
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, business. I feel like email is really, really important. Especially if businesses want to interact with you and work with you. I feel like that's the way to go. Instagram is informal in a sense for business.
It's informal. Sometimes you can't even trust them because there's a lot of scams on Instagram.
Oh yeah, and Facebook and all those stuff. So emails, definitely the best way to go. Talking about apps, what would you say is your personal favorite app out of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all those content creation apps?
TikTok, because they gave me the platform. Their algorithm was very easy to work with. They were like they got me out there very fast on what I was doing. But now I'm actually trying to focus on Instagram because they're going more into the video content now.
Okay.
And they're trying to phase away just a little bit of the photos. So I'm like, okay, you guys like that? I can see every time I post, my followers are actually growing.
They engage.
And I'm not going to have any ghost followers now. So I'm like, okay, let me take Instagram serious. So it's TikTok, the answer. But I might be shifting over to Instagram if they don't take me seriously enough.
Would you say the algorithm works similar or the same when it comes to the different
Between
platforms?
Instagram and
just in general with your YouTube, TikTok, Instagram?
very different. It depends on what they want. Now, since reels are just started now, they obviously like short form content. Now TikTok is working towards taking things from YouTube, and YouTube is trying to take things from TikTok. So YouTube is creating shorts. They're like, now we're gonna start monetizing shorts. They said per million views you're gonna get $100. They said on the shorts. Now TikTok is adding 10-minute lengths. Now they want to make longer form content. You can find episodes of regular show. Regular show is like 10 minutes an episode. You can find it on TikTok. You can search regular show episode 1 by 1. You'll find it there full. And I'm like, okay, now things are different now. The algorithms are working longer. Now they want longer form things. So if you can give them longer videos, like tutorials on makeup or face routine and stuff, they will push it out more because that's what they want. So they're very different, all 3 of them, from what I see.
Yeah, I definitely also think the same. I think they're similar, but you have to focus on what you want the most, bro. Who would you say are some of the people you would want to work with in the future?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the people that I wanted to work with, like my list, I've worked with them now. I can actually positively say, yo, I've crossed my list. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually content. I could think of more people, but I'm actually content with the people that I've worked with. I could find more, but I'm actually fine now with the people that are with us now.
Definitely, that's a good thing, bro. Being content is actually a good thing. You could have 100K, but if you're not content, 100K is not enough.
It will never be enough.
I always tell my videographer that being content, bro, is everything. If I could have 100K and I'm not content with 100K, I want more. But if I am content with 10K, if I'm content with what I have,
it's all about what you are feeling.
Yeah, bro. So I would say you're an idol. There are quite a few people who idolize you and what you do. But before every idol becomes an idol, they have an idol of their own. So who would you say are some of the people that you looked up to when you were growing up or getting into the industry?
Trevor Noah.
Okay.
Trevor Noah was one of them. I just like seeing what he did and getting like South Africa on the map. It showed me that it's possible to do this. It's possible to become the daywalker and then be a host of the Daily Show.
Amen.
And now Jay-Z knows your name. Beyonce can say, "Oh, Trevor, how are you?"
And he's from SA.
And he's from South Africa. Like that's where I'm from. I'm not saying they idolize me, but seeing like people like Uncle Waffles who popped up. Was it last year?
Yeah,
she popped off.
Before, yeah.
Last year or the year before, where she popped off. Now she's being invited to Coachella. Calvin Momo, being DM'd by Drake saying your music is we love your music, and Black Coffee as well. But idols, I would say Trevor Noah and my future self. Who I want to be is someone I idolize very much, because they said to me this one time, think of yourself sitting and playing PlayStation, right? Playing
Okay.
FIFA. Imagine a portal opens up, and your future self comes out of there, and that's who you want to be. That image that you just thought of now, what you're wearing and everything, that's who you work
Comes out of
towards
there.
to be. That's who you work. And when I when I saw that video, I was sitting on the toilet. I was on my phone. I was watching this video, and I thought of my future self. It was this
Yeah.
tall guy with a connecting beard, who
It has
was
to connect.
who was like, he looks like he gyms, but he's wearing a suit,
Mm.
and he was, I don't know. Do you know that guy from Black Panther, Winston Duke? He's a Mbaku, the guy that's like the gorilla king, whatever.
Yeah, no,
Winston
with the
Duke.
dreads.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was like, he looked similar to him, and I was like, okay, that's similar to what I want to be. Yeah, something like that.
Definitely, bro. Have you ever thought of going internationally? Because I know we spoke about the people that you aspire to be like or found inspiration from going internationally. Have you ever thought of doing that yourself?
Yes, actually, I would want to get connections that side, because a lot of the people that we watch this side are international, even though we have people this side. But, excuse me, the international people, I don't know, we just feel like you get more of a reach when you're that side. And
Definitely.
currency-wise,
Exchange rates,
it would be better that side. So if I would be, not America, I can't think of a like a country like Amsterdam. We don't even see a lot of Amsterdam creators, like
Yeah.
people from the Netherlands. So I would like to go to a country like that and make an impact, and then go on from there.
Dango, definitely, bro. I feel like once you go international, the audience is much greater. The paycheck, I'll say, is much
Yes.
greater also. But I know, let's get into a quick game we like to play on the podcast. I call this game PMP the Pimp.
Okay.
Okay, so the purpose of PMP is basically to unlock the 4 types of wealth that we have. So the 4 types of wealth that we do have is, number 1, financial wealth. So that's your money and your assets. Number 2 is mental wealth. That's the mindset and attitude you have towards everything you do. Number 3 is social wealth. That's your network and the relationships that you build. And number 4 is physical wealth. So that's your physical well-being and fitness.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give you, usually we have a screen at the back,
Okay.
but I'll just give you a few of the 4 types of wealth, and then you can either say ways in which the audience can unlock those types of wealth, or a way in which you have yourself unlocked
Okay.
those 4 types of wealth. So the first type of wealth that I'll give you is mental wealth. So that is the knowledge and attitude towards everything you do.
So I should give basically a
Yeah.
tip to get to that mental health.
Yeah. Either a way you've unlocked it or a way in which the audience can unlock that.
Not gonna lie, I haven't fully unlocked it. I'm still trying to, but understanding yourself, understanding that you are not perfect, understanding that you still have ways to go. Because we have this thing of nowadays, the self-love thing.
Yeah.
They take that self-love into a cocky sense, and they say, "No, I'm the best. No, I'm the prettiest girl ever," and all that
then
stuff.
it's self-love.
Is that self-love, or you being arrogant or cocky? It's a fine line, but I would say once you understand yourself, then after that you get it's a step closer to your mental health. Because once you understand yourself, you can work towards the problem and be like, okay, I overthink in these problems, and that's something that I do a lot. I overthink, and I saw a video that explains overthinking. Imagine I'm standing here with a hose, and I'm spraying you, and you have a hose as well to spray me. But since I'm spraying you, you're going like, now I stopped spraying you with the hose, and now you spraying yourself. You're like, stop. Can't you, dog, I stopped
done
long time
long
ago.
time
You
ago.
doing this to yourself. So now
Definitely.
that's what overthinking is. You just creating more pain for yourself, because they might have started it and that's what affected it, but now your overthinking is deteriorating your mind and everything.
True. It was over then.
It was finished.
Continuing.
Now you're continuing and you're just making it worse for yourself. Can't you just take the hose off
One
and
time.
just let it go?
I do feel it is important to understand your strengths and weaknesses and understand that, okay, I'm a impatient person, and
Yeah.
identify, okay, I'm getting impatient now. This is what I should do to avoid that. Or, okay, I'm an introverted person. Okay, I'm being introverted right now. This is what I should do to avoid it. So I definitely do agree with
Yeah.
what you said there, Machi. The second type of wealth that I'd give you is social wealth. So this is the relationships and network that you build.
Um, it went very downhill from lockdown. I was a very social person. People know me, talkative, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
From lockdown, since we were all at home, I got into the habit of gaming more, and the whole battle royale games. I got into Apex and stuff like that. So I was with my friends on the mics. We were just speaking. I was used to being in my room all the time. So when the lockdown was like lifted, I felt my skills, my social skills, they left. I couldn't feel comfortable around people.
True. Yeah.
Even if, let's say, we're going to a sleepover as a family, like we're going to Cape Town and we have to sleep over at an aunt's place or something, I can't sleep around people. They'd be like, there's a bed, you can share a bed with your cousin. It's fine. I'll sleep on the couch. It's fine. I don't know why, but I wasn't comfortable anymore. I had anxiety. It was very depressed. So after that, I feel like I'm even the wrong person to be talking about the social. But the thing is, give yourself time, because now I'm fine. Now I can, but there's still a bit of working towards it. But a tip that I would give is, not everyone is always going through something. You don't know what they're going through. So, and being nice is free. That's one thing I've noticed. So if you could just try, even if it's fake, that niceness, because fake niceness is better than
being rude.
Yeah, being rude. Just because now you're gonna lift someone else's day up.
Definitely.
So just be yourself, and at least just do something to make someone else's day better. And what I see on like campus, when I'm on campus, I see a lot of people just being all social and stuff, and I'm like, good for you. Oh, how do I do that? Can I get in on that?
I was actually like that, bro. I was quite introverted.
Yeah.
And, the podcast forces you to talk.
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking
have
with
to.
you for 30 minutes now.
Yeah, you have to. Now you're forced to do
Yeah.
it. Force yourself into situations as well. Like if you see your friend talking to a group of friends that you don't like, go in
to
there.
them, definitely.
Go in there, and then they'll bring it out of you. They will force it out of you. And then if you're quiet, someone will always, not always, but there will always be someone like, man, what do you think about this and this and this? And then, then you're speaking, and now they're including you in it. So it builds up your social self-esteem and everything.
Definitely, bro. I do believe in that, bro. Just take 3 seconds and say 1, 2, 3, and do it. Go for it.
That's my
I feel
number
like that,
one.
that pushed me a lot, bro. Like
That also helps with Kwababa as well.
Hey,
It
I don't want to
also
say
helps.
that, but
Yes,
it actually
that's the
does.
best one. My friends will hear me mumbling. Let's say I was on campus, and then they'll hear me mumbling. Like, Mac, what are you mumbling? 3, 2, 1.
What?
And then I'll walk over. Mac, where you going? Shh.
God.
You're messing with my mojo. And I go, this guy. I'm like, yeah, just count it over. You'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like once you're in that situation, it's much more easier to navigate your way around it, Once we're actually having this conversation, it's easier for me to come up with ideas on what I'm going to say and what we're going to do than when I was thinking about it as a thought. So yeah, I definitely do believe in that, bro. And then, so we went through mental health, social health, so I'm going to go with financial health.
I'm going to take something that someone said, for example, as just a small tip. Very unlikely, but if it happens, let's say I'm getting a brand deal, and if I import it, like exchange rate wise, let's say I get 10K. I will take that 10K, and let's say I'm working towards a new phone because I need it for content. Take that 5, put it away. That's 5,000 gone. Take that 2.5 from that 5,000 you have again, put it away. 2.5 is enough for you to do something.
Definitely.
2.5 is enough for you to, for at least a week or two, you can stay with 2.5. That's now you just forget you have that 7,000 until you get another check. 70% gone. Put it there. You will, in no time, you will have enough money to buy that PS5, to buy that phone that you need, or that pair of shoes. 2.5 is enough. You can even save that 2.5 if you don't need the money. You say to yourself, you don't need it. What do I need right now? Nothing. I don't pay rent. I'm still under my parents' house, so you can use 500. You'll be content with 500 even.
True.
Just put it away.
I was actually reading a book by Lawrence Paul who actually speaks about that. Save 5%, 10%, 15%, and just keep gradually increasing. If it's not enough, you make a plan to make more. If you're earning 10K and you save 50% and now you have 5K and 5K is not enough, you're going to make a plan to now earn 20K. So if you can save that 50%, it's now 10K, and 10K would probably be enough.
And I heard a thing. I think it was Steve Harvey who said it. He says just one time. Let's say you're going to Cape Town or something. Get yourself a first class ticket. When you get yourself a first class ticket, you'll see how they treat you. They bring you champagne. They bring you the hot towels on your face, everything. Once you're there, you will never want to go back.
Yeah.
You will work towards being there every time you go there. You will want to get first class tickets every single time. So now that's your motivation to work towards this thing. I'm sorry.
True.
A video just popped up now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, bro. Get a taste of it, and if it's good.
Yes, and then
you obviously want to more of that. Yeah, and then just to wrap it up, is there any advice that you'd give to the youth or someone who is inspired by what you do?
Be patient with yourself. You will do great. Be consistent as I don't want to say okay, just be very consistent, because as much as you think, no, this thing is tiring, now let's just leave it, it won't happen. I remember when I was at 10 followers, I was so happy. Now these days, when I get 35,000 followers, I'm just like, yeah. This is cool, I guess. But
you've done it now.
I've done, like, now I'm happy that these people are following me, and I say thank you for following me. But your patience is just like, okay,
go, bro.
I could do more. Let me carry on going. So just carry on going. I remember my friends who started YouTube channels and they stopped because they weren't consistent. But I just went on with it, and I remember the friends that knew me before I started TikTok. They still here, and they remember that I'm still talking to them. No one has that thing with me of Mac. He's out here doing things on TikTok now. He thinks no one can actually say that about me, because I'm friendly with everyone. Someone texts me, I don't act like I'm someone. Even when people hit me up with that energy of like, this guy, you made it now. No, you can't say that. I gave you 100 rand last week. You wanted 100 rand.
You want another one?
You want another one now? Now I can't give it to you. Now you're saying no, dog, come on.
Yeah, but what would you say keeps you grounded?
I'm still the same human being. Like here, nothing has changed. I'm still the same person. Those numbers are on TikTok. That's not me. Here I am. I'm still the same person. Time has just moved.
Definitely.
You have not changed. If you have changed, it is for the better. You got mature. You got a better understanding of things. But nothing changed within. Only external things. You can't change first. If you are the type of person, I'm big now, whatever. You're always like that. You know how they say money shows you true colors and stuff? That's actually true, but it shows who you were before. You just didn't have money to show it.
So you didn't have the money to say, okay, I don't want to do that now. I don't want to do this. I don't want to chill with you. I don't want to...
Can I just tell you something very petty of me, right? I might have started TikTok in a petty form. Though I had a friend who we were talking and stuff. Just normal friend, right? She started TikTok. Then she made it big. And then she didn't respond to any of my messages from then on. Like, okay, wow. Let me show you how. Let me show you I can make it and still be the same. Then I did it.
Definitely.
And I'm still the same. Anyone can message me. Remember me from primary school? I'm like, yeah, I remember. I know why they're texting.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I'm good. How you been? It's been a while. Blah blah. I'm still the same person. This was just me showing my sisters even that you can make it and still be fine.
Definitely, bro. Powerful. I think we skipped physical wealth from talking about the 4 types of wealth. I don't wanna skip that. So we get a bit into that.
Physical wealth. I'm a person who likes to gym, because it clears my mind a lot. The thing with gym is there's a lot. Just a small thing that I've learned about gym. You don't have to go to gym.
Yeah.
Watch what you eat. That's 90% of losing weight. Watch what you eat. I'm not even supposed to be drinking this right now. I was very tired. I didn't get enough sleep.
I survive off of those.
There is so much sugar in these things, but they help, like whatever. But the thing is, if you know yourself, and let's say, for example, you're supposed to be eating 3,000 calories a day. Some things tell you how many calories are, and some things don't. Just search them. A bowl of oats is like, let's say 150 calories. One banana is 100 calories. There's a lot that you have to know about it. Just study the food that you eat and know that okay, this is what's making me big, because you doing what you call it, the treadmill at the gym is not gonna help you that much.
If you're
Even
gonna
walking
eat McDonald's
is fine.
after that, yeah.
And if you eat McDonald's after that, just know you can make good food at home without these things, and get an air fryer. Just get an air fryer.
Get an air fryer one
Do
time.
that. Whoever is watching who has air fryers, just hit me up for free
One
though.
time.
Yeah. It's January right now.
Brand sponsor.
Yeah, brand
air
sponsor.
fryer.
Air fryers.
Hey, man.
Whoever's doing that, just hit me up. You know,
One
need that.
time. Bro, and then what do you want to be remembered as when it's all said and done?
The person who never stopped working but never changed.
Mm.
He never stopped working towards his goal, but he never changed, because I'm a painter as well. And
Okay.
when I express myself on these things, I just give my family my paintings. They put in the room, and they put in the, what you call it, in the house, around the house.
Yeah, around the
Sometimes I put it. So I just want to be known as a person who never stopped working, because I had to learn myself. I had to teach myself how to paint. So I never stopped working, and now it pays off in a sense of like I sell my paintings now, sell my graphic designs and everything. Never stopped working, but I never changed in that sense.
Definitely, bro. Powerful, powerful. And then, are there any new projects that are coming up? Any work that you want to tell the public about?
Nothing that I can say, because some things I can't be said unless
They done,
the contract is signed. So just keep an eye out of my social media. You'll see them coming.
Yeah. On the notes of social media, if they do want to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok on Mackie TV. That's MACKIE TV. Same thing on Instagram. YouTube is Mackie 7000. I need those subscribers, guys. I need to.
We need those watch hours.
I need those watch
subscribers,
hours.
All of it.
I need the 10,000 subscribers so they can put me on the monetizing.
Yeah,
Oh,
hey, it's a process, but you know, we're
the
going to
editing
push
is a
through
process,
it.
though.
Yeah, you no care.
that takes
I feel
hours.
like recording is the easy part.
Yes.
Once
you have to
get the
cut
content.
a couple things, you have to watch hours worth of content and cut them. Oh.
and rewatch it and make
Until
sure
it's perfect.
Yeah,
Until it's perfect.
it really is a process, bro.
So you guys better subscribe, because this is not easy, this thing.
Hey, mate.
These things weren't cheap, these things.
Hey, they weren't at all. Yeah, but are those all the platforms?
Yes, those are all the ones I use. I don't have Facebook, I don't have Twitter. Yeah, those are the only three that I have. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Otherwise, thank you, my G, for putting up to the
Appreciate
podcast.
it. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate
Ladies and gentlemen, Mackie, comedian, content creator. You've heard the success story. You've heard the tips and tricks on how to make it in those industries. Thank you so much for tuning into PMP, Project Millionaire Productions, where we're unlocking all 4 types of wealth: mental wealth, social wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. I'm your host, Bohle Ratu Mapato, and I'm clean with the patu. You know, the patu of choice today is the Uzi, because you know I'm juicy and your girl can't choose me. Maggie, thank you for pulling up to the podcast, my G.
Appreciate
We really
you.
do appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in. We definitely will see you guys on the next episode. Down go.
Thank you.
Yeah.